So here we are, it's January, and January 2025, and I want some new headshots. I'm going to employ Paul Fomix and set up and take some new headshots with some new tops that my wife got from me over the Christmas, right? Check this out. Alright, so I have my steamer. I have my steamer there, getting ready. I want to put some steam on this back top again. And I'm about to use this reflector because I want that kind of hard light on my face. Just a second, I think somebody's right here. Happy New Year to you too. Yeah, so there was somebody. So like I was saying, I want to use this reflector and I don't want to use the grid that comes with it, but a lot of work to put on that grid in my opinion. But I want that, like I said, that small light, so to give me that hard light texture on my face, that sharp, those hard lights and sharp shadows. And I don't want any to spill onto the background, so I'll have to use the grid. I didn't want to use the grid, but here we are. So please take note that I don't have the latest and greatest of technology. You know, I'll creep first, walk later. Just do what I could do with what I have right now. So I'll put this together.
117 is how much?
Between 44 and 751.
Oh, that means it's
So there is, this is what it looks like. As a grid. I don't know if you can see that from that distance, but I have to put this onto this. But before I do that, I need to put this onto my light. And throughout these videos, until when I'm making them now, you're going to hear me making a lot of mistakes with stuff when I'm talking because one, I don't want to sound like a robot. And then two, you know, I don't have the luxury of time to just keep doing multiple takes. It will just get a little too doing something that I wouldn't get to enjoy the process, and that's what I really want to do, just enjoy shooting. But I have a problem like going through the whole walkthrough, showing off how it's done, and how I get to and how I get to take the images that you see on my Facebook and Instagram. So make sure I have this correct. One of these days I might live stream it on Facebook or something, so you all can get to see it over there. One of these days. So this is going to be my key light, main light, and we'll be about there. There's a lot of coal and stuff here. Yeah, so the noise that might be here might be from the fans, eh? I mean, I ain't have no air conditioner up in here. Like I said, I ain't have it like that, so I'm working with what I have. So, this is going to be the key light. And in those images that a lot of people saw and they really enjoyed, this is what I used So for my head shot, which is really going to be like from about here in the chest area, go up. This is how I'm going to set that up. The other one is going to be on the background. I'm going to be using a little bit of a smaller reflector. That one might be like 5 inches or something. I'm not too sure. You know, at one time I actually thought these reflectors was like a real waste. I didn't really have that kind of need for them. I wanted to make sure I have the big fancy stuff, but these are actually turning out to be quite useful for what I'm trying to do. So this is going to light my background, and I don't want the light to be too high. I see my steam right ready. I don't want the light to be too high. So it's going to be just behind my back. I would say somewhere like what, 40 ground. Somewhere in that neighborhood. I ain't going to get too technical about that kind of measurement. So I want to try and get out some of the pieces that I have here. One time a guy on Facebook told me, you must iron your background. Yeah. That image that he saw, I just wasn't motivated that day. And I still like the image. But you know, he does have a point, and the background should look as neat as possible for what I was doing that day. This time, I don't think I'm going to get such comments because I'm steaming it this time, not ironing it, and this gets all the wrinkles. I think it's important for anyone who's going to be doing studio photography and working with this type of background should get a steamer. I have a couple other sheets of fabric. I don't know the name of it, so good luck with that. But as this dark gray, or relatively dark, I think, not very dark, but it's dark enough to serve the purpose that I need. It helps me to get a black background. I'm going to start a series of videos called Build It From Black to show you just how important a dark frame is to really start your studio photography. As you are going to be trying your best to control the light as best as you can, you need to start with a black frame and build your image from there. I don't have to do too much of this. Yeah. That's good. Alright. And so that's about it for the steaming process. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. One less obstacle, one less thing for me to trip over. So, let me turn these lights on. So this light is going to be lighting the background. That's why I'm facing the light towards the background. In this case, I just wanted to illuminate, give like a kind of a round illumination on the backdrop. I'm going to be standing somewhere over here, as this light source is going to be bathing my face with light, and as it's as small as it is, it's going to be a hard light. The grain is going to make sure that none of the light spills onto the background, and the bandos is going to help with controlling that light as well, so that it doesn't bounce too much around the room. You can see it have white walls here. And I am about to change into the stops. Let me show you what they look like. I'm going to take a few images in each of them. One of them is this purple and black, which is my wife's favorite. I like this blue one because of the pattern on the front. It's really cool, I like this. And this is the one that caught my eye first. Another pattern top, turtleneck. I think it looks pretty cool. So I'm going to cycle through each of them and you just get to see what the images look like. Sadly, because I only have one camera, I can't get to film the process and take the pictures I see in time. But over time, like I say, I'm definitely going to improve my content by getting better equipment. But for now, I work with what I have. Right? So, let me show you what the images look like. Catch y'all in the next one.